code sharing was an interesting experience, because in the end, as I've said, you have different perspectives, different people to integrate.
In my line of work, I have attended several summits in the past. Most of them are very serious, like the G20, actual G20 itself, back in Mexico last year. I also attended the IMF meeting in Tokyo, the World Economic Forum in Davos earlier this year. But most of those summits are very serious, and the participants are not able to really engage in the discussions. And I found out that at the G-20Y summit, the forum, the event is very much different, where you can really actively engage in the discussions, in the debates on the selected topics that you have. So that's the main reason why I chose to attend the summit.
I think it's really a great opportunity for people like me to be part of this kind of organization, to go outside of your, I will say, current business, and just to try to, during few days, to think about, I will say, topics that everyone is concerned about.
There are a few places in the world where the future is being built. The G-20Y Summit is one of them. We design our world.
The G-20Y is the most relevant platform for the business community. It's the only platform where people gather to 3 days of actual work, and with the impressive level of expertise of participants.
I think the expressions that you have used there, the first generation, where people generally in the G20 countries have possibility to freely cooperate together in things like that, is very good expression for that generation.
And I think it's a fantastic opportunity to meet other interesting, smart people, exchange thoughts and ideas, work on the future.
That was specifically interesting about this summit, the combination of participants which attend, the executive level of the biggest international corporations.
I'm very happy and satisfied with the results of the G20Y Summit 2013. This year we had extremely high level of chief executives participating at the summit, aged from 30 to 50, from the world leading companies and national leading companies. The process of selecting the best brilliant business and financial mind always reminds me how a jeweler selects the purest and clearest diamonds for an adornment.
We pride ourselves as an organization to be independent. Independent from political, national interests, with one single only objective is economic prosperity over the next 60 years.
Read the information that was sent to me, I immediately concluded that it's a very interesting organization with very ambitious objectives, and for me to be part of this summit would be a challenge, and so I immediately accepted and very happy to be here.
It is very important that it brings people together from all walks of life and different industries and lets them brainstorm without inhibitions. The evening events were great. I especially liked the concert. I like classical music, and I think both performances of the opera singers were amazing. The violinist was exquisite, and the tango was fabulous.
My favorite event was the opening gala ceremony. Our company, Desjardins, we got an award for our 3-year friendship with the G-20Y, so it was quite a nice experience for us to receive that award.
So bringing together business leaders from different geographies, different industries, different levels of maturities in the end across the G20s, this is interesting. I mean, you don't have that often that opportunity to talk freely, open-minded about these kind of topics, and then really discuss it, challenge others, and challenge their thoughts, and to get a, let's say, true picture, which is the picture of the G20 as of today.
My second time in the G-20Y. First time was last year in Mexico. I had a very good impression to that first participation, and that gave me an opportunity to come back to the G-20Y here in St. Petersburg.
The most I enjoyed was the community work.
Our discussion that fighting corruption, money laundering, and also bribery and financing terrorism is linked together. So every country should be aware about these issues. This is not only the problem of developed country.
I work on the City of Tomorrow committee. One of the things that I am very happy to see in the end result is that we talked about local communities, how we should design the cities of tomorrow with local communities that are very strong, where you can actually get involved as a citizen in your community to share services and actually go further with the challenges the city now faces.
I really enjoyed working with our committee members. It was interesting to see what similarities we have and what differences we have, and different and similar ideas that we share. So I think it really enriched my understanding of the industry at a global level, and I believe we were able to achieve some meaningful and practical, to deliver some meaningful and practical recommendations.
My favorite one was the yachting regatta. It was really good fun. We had perfect weather, even if we were lacking wind. So we were not really going that fast, but nevertheless, it was good fun. Unfortunately, we only got second place, so we were the first loser. But nevertheless, it was not really about the competition. It was much more about fun and communicating.
And I also particularly liked yesterday the experience of sailing in the Gulf of Finland. It's quite unique.
honored that the G-20Y organizing committee has asked our organization to be part of this. It's the first time that we have the opportunity to participate in this event, and I'm really excited, just judging from the program, the agenda and the list of participants, on the kind of interactions and discussions that we are going to have on global issues that affect us all.
I think G-20Y is a fascinating opportunity where people can start to communicate and start to discuss with each other, and having the opportunity to meet people probably here in Europe from Brazil or Australia or Russia and Spain or Italy and Germany, to bring all together with their experience. That's the fascinating world of G-20Y.
And the whole idea of G-20Y Summit is that young people bring their ideas that might be controversial, that might be a little provocative, but that are fresh and that are shared by the business community. It is very appealing to me. And I think and I hope that what we have accomplished during these 3 days would be actually meaningful and would impact the decisions and discussions of the G20 leaders.
Worked out our papers, I believe we can somehow, let's say, contribute to future and better development of the world, in our case especially for the financial world.
We don't need to make recommendations under any pressure of politics or different kind of pressures that you can have if you are only a company or if you are only a representative of a government. So I think that we have the opportunity to be fresh, innovating, creative in order to present proposals. Then more than recommendations could be actions.
The organization is seamless. I can only say the words of compliments, and I've been very impressed with both the quality of participants and the way the event is organized.
Interesting moment for me personally during the summit was dance masterclasses, because I never thought that in 30 minutes you can learn how to dance tango. So I think our teachers did a very good job selecting very simple moves that everybody can repeat and learn within 30 minutes. So it was a very good 80-20 approach and very fast delivery of results.
but I enjoyed the ball last night. I particularly liked the gala, the ballroom dance yesterday. That was my highlight.
That's the fascinating world of G20Y.
Especially when they have a progressive and forward-looking agenda.
But it really brings all the experiences together from around the world, and I find that very interesting and very fruitful.
You know, the program was really sophisticated.
That it was really great.
And a big thanks to the organizing committee.
But again, it's nice to get together.
The executive level of the biggest international corporations.
They all want to be part of the decision making.
And it's part of our role to participate and serve the world.
Because we have a responsibility to make things change and
to contribute in making a difference to my world.
For me, it's very important.
I think that this is a very big advantage to participate, to be involved in recommendations.
We had a good brainstorm.
Topics that everyone is concerned about.
And increase prosperity globally.
So it was a very good 80-20 approach and very fast delivery of results.
It's something which is going to be quite memorable.
So the G20Y really benefits me personally.
Well, because this gives a real good exposure in terms of interacting with the cross-country people.
It's also a great opportunity to network.
Network with CXO level people from a really broad, diverse.
To hear another people.
Give my ideas and get others.
You know, it was such a mood of cooperation.
This was from the day one to the end of it.
It's wonderful.
And also as an organisation that wants to influence sort of the business of the future.
We wanted to get involved.
More than happy to be part of that. I think that.
For me, it was a big honor to come here.
And I'm happy to be here.
That it's a very interesting organization with very ambitious objectives.